Hey, Philip.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to figure out how I can see you. There you are. Okay. That helps instead of talking to myself.
Good. Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, thanks for joining us today. And
Yes.
I'm going to start with just having you introduce yourself, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Phillip Kidd. I actually started my real estate career at Hometown back in 2013. I was freshly licensed and joined here. And I was here for a few years, pretty unproductively at the time. A lot of that was even part-time. And I left for a little while, went to a different brokerage where I matured a lot and grew a lot as an agent, as an individual, and really started to understand the real estate market and how to become productive. And I was fortunate enough to be involved in a transaction with Tommy Sadiga last year. And after the transaction closed, he invited me to come back to Hometown. And I went through that process and came back to Hometown in December 2019 and got my business cards and really got started here January of this year with Tommy. And I would not go back. I love the decision to come back to Hometown.
That's great. We're glad to have you. And I guess I just kind of jumped right in for anybody watching. I'm Cindy Overton. I'm the sales manager at the Mechanicsville office. So welcome to everyone. And thank you again to Philip. We're just going to talk a little bit about Audrey is a mortgage originator, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So how's it been going for you guys? I'm sure you've had a lot to handle during this time.
Yes, ma'am. We actually have a 17-year-old son that's with us. Been a learning curve for us, trying to motivate children to get their schoolwork done when they're at home and have so much other stuff to do, along with trying to work. It's been a little hectic, but we're very thankful that we're both in jobs that allow us to continue to work during this time. So we try not to complain too much.
Well, that's great. That's great. I know it is a challenge. I'm lucky I don't have little ones at home. I don't think I have the patience for that anymore, but very good. So following up on that, I know you have been busy with real estate.
Yes, ma'am.
You and I did a deal together. I know you've had some other listings and quite a few pendings. Just tell us a little bit about what your real estate work has been like over the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, at one point, I had gone 7 straight weeks with having at least one ratified contract. Awesome. That ended about 2 weeks ago. I had a couple of offers written, and we just weren't able to work them out, competing against other people. But I did get one ratified yesterday, and I've got 2 listings in coming soon status as of the weekend as well.
Well, very good. Have you done anything differently? Were these like in your pipeline from before we went on lockdown, or have you been doing things to generate leads during this lockdown?
A little bit of both. We are actually the team that I'm on. We are bought into a couple of different lead generating sources that have produced a little bit. I've been very fortunate, though, to have had a lot of referrals even during this process. I've had a couple of friends of mine that have sent family to me. I actually have I've had 2 people that I used to work with in my old brokerage that have come to me to purchase a house. So there's been a lot of referral stuff that has come through at this time, which is something I wasn't expecting. But we're certainly, I'm still working hard, communicating with people, trying to stay in front of people and trying to push for business right now. And that's been helpful.
Okay, great. So I guess if you've been getting referrals, you have been staying in touch. What have you been doing during this time to do that? Obviously, it hasn't been as much face-to-face. So what kind of methods have you been using to stay in touch with folks?
Well, we've got a software system that prompts us every day to follow up with certain people. We put them in certain categories to contact at certain times. So that definitely helps to stay on top of people by knowing who to communicate with. We have drip campaigns set up to where it will actually email them once every other week or once a week for us. So we don't even have to go out and do that. It's doing it for
Okay.
us. So that definitely helps. One thing that I found really productive is I've made a lot of phone calls or text messages to people not business related. I've been very purposeful in telling them what can I be doing for you. And that's gone a long way for people to know that, their agent really cares about them, not just about the sale. And one thing that I started doing a long time ago is every time I get a new client, if they're not already on social media with me, like Facebook or Instagram, I immediately add them. And then during this time, when I'm not doing a lot of really face-to-face with them, I'm liking everything that they post. I'm commenting on all of it just so I stay in the front of their mind. So
Stay
when they're
engaged.
not talking to me on a daily, exactly, staying connected with, so they know that I'm still there. So.
Well, that's awesome. By chance, are y'all using Buffini, the referral maker? Is that the contact manager you use,
No,
or is
it's
it
called
something else?
Follow Up Boss.
Follow Up Boss. Okay, very good. Yeah, because Buffini is very similar. The key to that is you're making the calls. It's one thing to get the reminder, but we got to take that next action step and make the call. So very good, very good. I know I saw at least one, maybe two videos you had done on Facebook. Was that something new for you that this time brought about?
It is new for me. A year ago, I don't think any of us would have thought that we were doing virtual open houses or virtual tours the way we're doing them now. Our photographer that we use does a really good job of doing videos or even Matterports. So I've used a couple of those. And recently I have a listing down in Williamsburg, and I took my 17-year-old son with me, who's a little more tech savvy than I.
Right.
And he took a video of me on the outside of the house. And then we took a separate video where I toured the inside. My son actually joined those together in one video for me that I was able to share on Facebook as well. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So just like with your phone, right?
Right.
No
Yes, ma'am.
fancy equipment. Okay. It does help to have those tech savvy folks to
It does.
help. Someone in the office sent out, I think it was Becky Parker, sent out instructions on how to like blend those videos together. I haven't tried that yet, but
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good. Well, very good. So just to kind of sum up, it sounds like you've been doing all the stuff, all the action steps that we talk about all the time. I think maybe we've just been forced right now into doing some of those that we didn't normally do.
Yeah.
Which part do you think's been most effective? You said just like staying in touch with people, just reaching out.
Yeah. I think the communication is a key right now. It's really easy for newer agents that don't know the processes yet, or either agents that have been doing this for a long time and been very successful, I think can become honestly lazy.
Right.
We'll set up somebody on a search and wait to hear from them. And one thing that I've been working really hard at doing right now that's been productive is I'm actually searching for the people. I'm contacting them. And even if they've seen the house, saying, hey, did you see this house?
Mhm.
When can we go take a look at it? Really trying to push them a little bit to get out there, as well as showing them that, hey, I'm still here. I'm still working hard for you. So the communication has definitely been key. And part of that communication is something that I read from LinkedIn. There was a gentleman named Jeff Shore, who's a sales training expert. He gave 5 keys to really be productive during uncertain times like this. And one of them, the one that I really took the most from was that people need facts. Right now, there are just so many. There's so many opinions. Everyone's got an opinion. They're hearing from their mom and dad. They're hearing from this person, this person. There's so many opinions out there, but opinions don't give anyone a sense of confidence. They need to have something tangible in their hands, data of what's going on, statistics. And I know at Hometown we've done a good job of that. Tommy Sabiga on Facebook almost every day puts statistics out there of what has happened the week before. Dean Cheatham did a great job when this first started talking about the market and how it compares to 2008. But I think that's what people need right now. They really need to have facts versus our opinions.
Yep, I agree with you. And that, I think we all struggle with a reason to call people. Getting on that
Right.
phone is oftentimes the hardest thing. But yeah, you can just call in with a weekly update or letting them know when new things come on the market, all of that. And I think the facts are critical, as you say. So that's great. Okay. Well, congratulations. You've been doing a great job. I know
Thank
you've been
you.
working hard, and it looks like it's paying off. Um,
Appreciate your time and your questions. I think that right now, I think the agents that are continuing to work hard and continuing to fight for business right now are the ones that are going to have a good first half of the year. So I just want to encourage all the agents out there during this time, don't give up, don't slow down, keep pushing, and keep moving forward.
Well, there you go. Those are great, great comments. I thank you for your time, Philip.
Yes,
And yep,
ma'am.
everybody just keep working, keep filling that pipeline and get those listings because the buyers are looking.
That's right.
All right. Thanks again, Philip.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.